Alright guys, welcome back to another electrical video. Today we're going to be installing these round lights. So I'm going to be working right here. Here's my light right here. It's got 4 bulbs on it. And there's the glass for it. So I'm going to get set up here and start telling you guys what to do. I got some stuff to do, so I'm going to try to make this quick. I've been slammed recently, so I don't know, today I'm just feeling unmotivated to make a video. So if you guys want me to keep making electrical videos daily, just leave a comment down below saying me or something, and let me know, because I'm feeling really demotivated, whatever the word is, whatever, I'm feeling unmotivated. So let me know if you guys want me to keep making electrical videos. I'm just not feeling it recently, and I have some other videos that I want to make as well, so let me know. And I'm probably at 100,000 views now, so I might do a giveaway like in a week or something. So I just want to say thanks and give back to you guys for all the views and support. So all right, let's get into the video. All right, so the easiest way I might be able to do this, I was gonna set it down on the window or something, but that might be too far away, so I'm probably just gonna leave it here. It might get some dirt on the lens or whatever, so I'm just gonna try to work and tell you guys how to do this. So actually first, depending on where the box is, actually this one doesn't really matter because the light covers this, but usually I would scrape this around the edge and take that edge off. But because this light has a little gap or whatever, it's like a 1-inch deep light, so it doesn't need to be flush to the ceiling. I mean, it does, but it doesn't need to be like super tight like the fake can light one. So I'm just gonna cut these down a little bit. They're a little bit long. Then I'm going to strip them out, black, white, and then clean off the ground. There's a lot of people that don't clean off the grounds, and I don't know who taught them, but it just blows my mind. So clean off your ground, please. Otherwise, I'm not going to like you. Okay, and then once you do that, this light only has 1 wire, so it's going to be super fast, hopefully. Actually, I need that. So first you're going to want to grab your screws. The longer the better. The ones I'm using are 2.5 inch. So let me just move all the stuff out of my tool bag real quick and grab my screws. Totally not prepared. So I got my 2.5 inch screws right here. You're going to want to install these first, because once you make the connection, the light's going to be hanging. And then you're not going to want to try to get your drill around there once the lights are hanging. And I'm putting these screws, you're just going to want to screw it in a little bit until they're solid. And I'm picking the outside holes just to get it better support, because if you pick it on the inside, it could start to droop on the outside. So I'm going to grab the light. Just give me 1 second. Okay, maybe that was 3. So I got the light right here. It has insulation on the back, which isn't the most fun, but these haven't been that bad. These actually have like the holes, if you look. I can't see where the video is at, but if you look through, the insulation is actually like moved out of the way where the holes are at, so that's kind of nice. So what I've been doing is switching out the tip to the wire nut one, just because when you're doing a lot of these, it just really saves your time and your wrist. So now I have to move all my other tools back to my other pocket and then grab the wire nuts, because I just moved them into the wire nut spot. So I got my 3 wire nuts right here. I always start out with the ground. So I can't really film this the best, so you're just gonna have to hang in there. Maybe I can get an angle, but yeah, you might be able to see it. So just gonna wanna hold these together, and you're gonna wanna put this one's stranded. So you just put it a little bit further than the solid, so that way the wire nut grabs it first. Then pull on it, make sure it's not going to come out, and then it's hanging by itself. Probably don't want to leave it hanging for too long, but it's only for a second. And then what I like to do, depending on how these come, the ends of these, the black and the white, sometimes really short, so I like to strip them out a little bit longer, just like an eighth longer. And then depending on how, I'm just gonna get these in a way that are not all tangled up. So I'll start with my white next. So I'll just get the white one over here, and I like to make sure these aren't tangled up as well. So I usually just start from the back and work forward. If that makes sense. Or just make sure they don't overlap each other or twist each other. So that should be good. I'll check that in a second. Get my black one ready. Just hold them together. Once again, you're going to want to put the strand in a little bit further, just a touch. And I'm not going crazy with this, because if you do, it usually rips the end of the wire off, and you have to start over with that wire nut. So I'm just pulling on these really hard, solid. So then once you got that ready, you got to find the holes on the light right here. They have the small side and the big side. This is the big one, so we're going to be using these two screw holes right here. So just line that up like this. And then you're going to just want to roll your wire nuts up. I can't really get this angle while I'm doing it, but just roll them up there. Like, I can't really show you. So like that. And then you're just going to want to stick the ends of these little wire nuts where they come pre-packaged or whatever. It's got tape around it, but you're just going to want to push those up there. And then the rest of it, the wire just sits up there because there's no way it can all fit in the box, because half the wires come from over here and over here and over here and over here. So it just smushes against the ceiling. And there's this gap right here, the gap in the light right here. So that's where the wire sits. So it ain't a big deal. So what you're going to want to do is just fold the wire nuts up there that you created or that you attached the light to. I can't think right now. And then stick the pre-made wire nuts up there. And then you just kind of want to eyeball it where the screws are at. But the easiest way to do this, once you get your screw holes lined up, you got to stick these back up there. So the easiest way to do it is just stick it on the screws, and then just start wiggling it around until you find the screw holes. And you can also look, so it's going to be about right here. Then you just start wiggling it because the insulation is a little bit in the way. And I'm probably going to be fighting this one just because I'm making a video. But you just wiggle it around, and if they're solid enough, which they are, then they'll pop through eventually. Sometimes you just have to fight these. It's really annoying, just for that one reason. So I found one, and then once you find the first one, then you just rotate it because it's going to be in that circle. And it should be like right here because the screw holes are going this way. So you're just going to want to rotate that. And then you found it, and then you twist it so it doesn't fall back out of the hole. Because you got a big hole where it comes in, the screw comes in, and then it gets smaller so it doesn't fall out. So you're just going to want to twist that. Then it'll be sitting there. Thought this was going to be a short video. And then you can just start screwing it up, or you can push it up. And you're going to want to make this really tight, but not too tight, because then the screw will go through the hole and then you'll be in trouble. Then you'll have to make like a backing for it, or get a washer or something. So you want to get this nice and tight. And usually when you tighten one side, the other side gets loose. So keep that in mind. And then I always just pull on each side. These have these little tabs right here, but your light might be different. So just pull down on it and make sure it's not loose on any side. This one's nice and tight. So as you can see here, when I pull down on it, it's staying tight on the ceiling. So like that'll happen, but it's nice and tight. And then you're gonna wanna grab your glass on the ground and then just clean like clean this out, like. All right, so some random dude just walked in, so I stopped for a second. So, no, this actually works better. So you just want to clean the glass out, make sure there's no dirt in there. And then this one, it has one side that pulls out like this, and the other two are fixed. So you're just gonna want to set this here and here, and then use your other hand and pull it. And then I usually just make sure it's sitting down on the edges, and there you go. So hopefully this helps you out, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. God bless. Have an awesome rest of your day. Social media is down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and saying thank you for making the video. All right, I appreciate you guys. See you guys later. Peace.